Why do people ignore you? Have you ever texted someone, and they just left you on scene? Or maybe you spoke in a group, and nobody even reacted. You try to be nice, helpful, friendly, but somehow, people still ignore you. And the worst part, after a while, you start questioning yourself. Maybe there's something wrong with me. But here's the truth, it's not always about your looks, your money, or your personality. A lot of the time, people ignore others because of psychology. Human behavior follows patterns, and in this video, we're going to uncover the deep reasons why people ignore you, and more importantly, how to become someone whose presence people actually feel. So watch this video till the end. Part 1. People don't ignore you, they ignore energy. The first thing you need to understand is this. People don't just respond to words. They respond to energy. If you constantly seem needy, desperate for validation, always chasing attention, people slowly pull away. Why? Because humans are naturally attracted to calmness, confidence, and value. Not desperation. Think about it. If someone keeps texting every minute, always asking for replies, always trying to prove themselves, it creates pressure, and pressure kills attraction. That's why the most respected people are often the ones who are comfortable being alone. They don't beg for attention. And because of that, people naturally notice them. Part 2. You talk too much, but say too little. Many people think talking more makes them more interesting. But the opposite is usually true. When someone talks all the time, their words lose value. Powerful people speak less, but say meaningful things, because silence itself is powerful. Have you noticed, when a calm person speaks, the whole room listens, but when someone talks non-stop, people mentally tune them out. Their voice becomes background noise. So stop trying to fill every silence. Speak slowly, speak clearly, and say things that actually matter. Part 3. People respect what they can lose. This is human nature. People value what feels rare. If you're always available, always replying instantly, always sacrificing your time for everyone, people stop seeing you as special. Because you're too accessible. And sadly, humans often take easy things for granted. This doesn't mean you should become rude or arrogant. It simply means you need your own life, your own goals, your own priorities, your own mission. When people realize your world doesn't revolve around them, they start respecting your time more. Part 4. Low self-respect attracts disrespect. The world often treats you the way you treat yourself. If you constantly disrespect your own boundaries, people notice it. Always saying yes, always trying to please everyone, always apologizing for existing. Over time, people begin to see you as weak. Kindness is good, but losing your self-respect just to keep others happy is dangerous. Self-respect silently tells the world, I know my worth, and people rarely ignore someone who truly values themselves. Part 5. You seek attention instead of purpose. Some people spend their entire lives trying to be noticed. But the people who truly stand out in life usually focus on purpose instead of attention. When someone has a mission, a dream, a goal bigger than validation, their energy changes. They stop chasing approval. And ironically, that's when people start noticing them. Because purpose is attractive. If you spend all your time asking, what do people think about me? You'll become emotionally dependent on others. But when you focus on building skills, improving yourself, and creating something meaningful, attention comes naturally. Part 6. Confidence is quiet, insecurity is loud. Real confidence is calm. It doesn't need to scream. It doesn't need to prove itself every second. But insecurity, it's loud. Sometimes people get ignored because they're trying too hard. Trying too hard to be funny. Trying too hard to impress. Trying too hard to look cool. And people can feel that desperation. Confidence comes from self-acceptance. From knowing that you don't need everyone to like you. The moment you stop forcing people to notice you, they often start noticing you more. Part 7. People follow emotions, not logic. Here's something important. People may forget your words, but they never forget how you made them feel. If your presence constantly brings negativity, complaining, drama, or emotional exhaustion, people slowly distance themselves. Because everyone wants peace. That's why emotional energy matters so much. When people talk to you, they should feel lighter, inspired, comfortable, understood. Positive emotional experiences create connection. Part 8. You have no mystery. One mistake many people make is revealing everything about themselves immediately. No mystery, no depth, no space. But mystery creates curiosity. You don't have to share every thought, every feeling, every detail of your life. Silence can make people curious. Depth makes people interested. And sometimes, saying less makes people think about you more. Part 9, the hardest truth. Now here's the painful truth. Some people ignore you simply because they don't care. And you need to accept that. Not everyone will appreciate you. Not everyone will understand your value. And that's normal. You cannot be everyone's favorite person. But someone failing to see your worth doesn't mean you have no worth. A diamond lying on the street may look like an ordinary stone. But in the right place, its value becomes priceless. So never measure your worth by temporary attention from temporary people. Part 10, how to stop being ignored. So what should you actually do? First, work on yourself. Physically, mentally, emotionally. Second, stop being needy. Don't beg for attention. Third, improve your communication. Speak less, but speak with impact. Fourth, build an interesting life. Learn skills, travel, create things, chase goals. People are naturally drawn toward those who are passionate about life. And finally, never make yourself cheap. Don't chase everyone. Don't always be available. Don't lose yourself trying to keep people around. The moment you truly understand your value, the world begins to notice it too. Outro. If people have ignored you in the past, maybe it's time to stop chasing attention and start building yourself. Because real power is not forcing people to notice you. It's becoming someone impossible to ignore. If this video connected with you, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Because here, we don't just talk about life. We understand human psychology. And remember, the people who become strongest in silence are often the ones the world notices the loudest later.